Here's Jones on first down. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On the pickup. It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Throwing Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Seahawks.
Off play action. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
It's a pickup.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 carries, 52 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. From the gun, Stevens. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there, because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down, because guess what? That drive continues.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Patterson on the carry, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up second and 9.
Now Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
The score is Seahawks 3, Colts 0.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Just 4 weeks left in the regular season, and he has to be firmly in the driver's seat for the MVP award.
Yeah, as the month of December wears on, we'll see how this all shakes out, and the debate will certainly heat up. But he's done everything they've asked of him.
Wouldn't you love to be in his head right now, though, to see what he's thinking, how much this is affecting him? Is he thinking about it at all? Are his teammates talking to him about it? He's dealing with a little bit of pressure, though, even though he's right now the #1 guy.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 105 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stevens. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels.
Stevens pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 44-yard.
Stevens now off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down. It's Patterson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Colts.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. A gain of 6 yards. And it's
operating from the gun. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st.
Colts nothing.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
7-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Seattle.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
38-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Six nothing our score after 1.
The score is Seahawks 6, Colts nothing.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out come the Seahawks. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Stevens over the middle, and it's incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point.
And 3.
Johnson.
32-yard line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Now, that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down. Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Jones. He'll find Williams on the slant. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jones. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Caught. Kelsey, left side.
Burrow's
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Burrow will throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. Now it's Burrow. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Hines on the toss play. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Colts on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have recovered. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On the pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here now is Travis Kelce. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
It's a gain of 5.
On second down, here's Burrow.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up in Lambeau, an NFC North battle between Detroit and Green Bay. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Brandon McManus set.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to get this. To the game so far, this one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks.
And Burrow going to throw again on the slant, complete to Hopkins.
That's good.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
Hines, incomplete.
Again, it's Burrow. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Young quarterback, gotta learn. Need to get rid of the football.
Because when you don't get rid of the ball, they accumulate more sacks. But you're exactly right. Internal clock has to go off. Either get rid of it or start to take off and go.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
On for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
6. Colts 3.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
Fumbled on the play.
He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Brings up 2nd.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
6-6.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
The 25-yard line.
2nd and 9. Now Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Got an open man. It's Foster. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Now an option play on second down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Leighton Vander Esch on the tackle.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
To throw again, Jones. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
And it's
from the gun, Jones. It's caught, Jones. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ty Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Caught left side, Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Now Burrow on first down. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
At the 30.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
To Tyrell Williams.
7 yards there and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Jones throwing on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. From the gun, Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Slide for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Bilal Nichols in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Oh, we got to do our job, man.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throwing on 1st down. Stevens stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
The ball carrier.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Seahawks.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I'll be back to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ty Johnson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They begin the drive with Hines. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The ball carrier
Continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside
1 yard
and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
at the 25-yard line.
On second down, Burrow. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
18 more yards.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On first down, it's Hines. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hines. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Hines. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good.
Is good.
And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
That catch good for only a couple. Back to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.
Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, and zones, go.